Our next stop is here at Clovernook Center for the Blind and Visually Impaired. How are you, sir?
I'm very good.
Kindly tell us your name and what do you do? What does Clovernook do?
Okay, my name is Dominic Kiamba. Welcome to our booth. Here at Clovernook Center for the Visually Impaired,
Yeah.
we are doing braille books, whereby we decided that we don't want to leave the visually impaired behind.
Yeah.
Imagine yourself without eyes. How do you even cope? Leave alone reading.
Yeah.
So, as our service to provide braille books. Braille is the, I would say, the platform whereby the visually impaired are able to read
Yeah.
and write. So here we are able to produce books, and these are all African story books, which are done in different languages. What we are doing now here is we have the books in both print and braille,
Yeah.
whereby the parents at home, if, for example, they don't have anyone to assist the child,
Yeah.
they can follow in the print while the child is reading the braille part.
Yes.
Then we have also gone ahead, realized that also these little kids need to enjoy pictures like any sighted person. That's why we have that braille, that is a 3D printer,
Yeah.
whereby any image on this book, we are able to produce it in a 3D.
In a 3D printing.
Yes. For example, now, if a sighted person can see this image of a dog on a print,
Yeah.
but the blind cannot see that. So we print it so that the blind can feel and try to understand in his mind
Yeah.
what a dog looks like. So what is happening is every book we have here comes with a set of models like this.
Oh, the 3D models.
Yes, so I can give you an example. A book comes like this. It comes,
Fruits talk in a basket.
yes, and then you can check inside what is on that.
Oh, they're actually fruit models.
Yes.
Ah, pineapple. Interesting. A banana. Which fruit is this one?
That looks like a watermelon.
Watermelon. And is this a pumpkin? A pear?
A pear, yes.
This is a pear.
Yes.
This is really interesting.
So,
So when it's published
Yes.
in a book,
yeah,
you create a 3D model
yes,
so that's really interesting. So that when the book is given, the book comes as a complete package with the models.
yes.
Ah, awesome. But I have so many things I want to ask. But first of all, maybe just to understand, I've seen from your booth, you've said for the blind and visually impaired.
Yes.
Are they different?
Well, yeah, it's a little bit different, but almost the same thing.
Okay.
Visually impaired is anyone who has, I would say, low vision. You can see, but you can't. Maybe you have to read in large print.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
There's someone who is visually impaired but cannot read this font. Maybe he needs a bigger font. Okay? That is visually impaired. Yes. He's
They can
impaired.
see, but it's impaired. But now blind cannot see
He's totally
completely.
can't see anything.
I see.
Yes. That's why now the blind, you find some of the visually impaired can read, can print but in large print. Yes, but the blind can read braille.
Yeah. I can see a map of Kenya. It's really
It's also
interesting.
printed with a 3D printer.
Yeah.
What is happening with the map is you can see this has all these impressions on it.
Yeah.
So the blind person will feel, will touch,
Ah.
to feel.
So this is a river,
Yeah, that's a river,
the ocean.
the ocean,
Then there are mountains.
there are mountains.
This is Kilimanjaro.
Yes,
Murima is here.
yes, that is our Murima there. Don't touch our Murima.
I'm not touching
Yes.
Murima. And then Mount Elgon.
Mount
This one is
Elgon,
Mount
I can see
Elgon.
you know your geography very well.
This is the Rift Valley.
Exactly.
This is really, really, really interesting. What are these? What are these
Those are just landmarks to show towns.
towns?
Yeah, these are different. Like this is Nairobi, this is Mombasa,
Mombasa.
there. All the major towns in Kenya.
Kisumu.
So this one comes with a key. whereby if he touches here, he will check in his key, which also printed in braille. He cannot. This one.
So if I touch this on the map, I can touch a separate braille and
Yes,
no.
because
Oh,
these initials, yeah. We can't write the full name of Nairobi, so
Yes.
write N. And then he will go to the key, he will know, okay, N was Nairobi. Let me see where Nairobi was again.
what if a situation like this? I suspect this is Nakuru.
Yes,
In the
we don't
middle of-
use the same. Yes. It's like numbering.
Yeah.
We just put A, maybe we'll mean this, B will mean this, C will mean this.
But just to get to understand the idea behind, what gaps did you see in this publishing space that led you to this space?
Yeah, that's a good question. The gap we saw is ignorance from, I would say, the communities, whereby I can give a good example how we came up actually with these books.
Yeah.
It was during COVID-19, when all schools were closed, children at home. I would see even some TV channels were broadcasting some lessons for the sighted.
Yeah.
Radios were broadcasting some programs, lessons for the sighted.
Yeah.
But no one could imagine how is the blind child at home in a village in Kisumu or in Machakos doing alone in a lockdown. So the idea came on discovering there is some members of our society who are left out and forgotten. So we came up with the idea of why can't we come up with storybooks, and for this matter, African storybooks, whereby they can relate with their daily lives.
Yeah.
Yes, because for example, the one you are holding in Sungura now.
Sungura chini ya mti.
Yes, we all know Sungura. So these are stories we all relate every day. So the idea came up of the passion to serve that forgotten community.
Yeah.
Yes. And very vulnerable community.
Yeah, I'm keen to know what your take is, because as we are transitioning, I feel like our education sector is facing a lot of challenges, especially with this transition that we are trying to make into CBC.
Yes.
From where you sit, how has this community been factored in that next phase that we are going into? Looking at it from a government perspective or from a national outlook.
Well, the government has very good intentions, I would say. I would say the challenge is implementing them.
Yeah.
Yes. There's a very good programs they have, but I would say the technical know-how, how to implement.
Yeah.
That's where the challenge is. You will find, for example, teachers in schools. You find teachers who are qualified to teach special needs education. We call it special needs education.
Yeah.
But they have no equipment at all. For example, to have all these books produced, we need a braille printer.
Yeah.
We need braille paper. We need software to translate the print into braille and all those kind of things. So the biggest challenge I see is the technical know-how. The government itself, I would say it has very nice programs, but who is down on the ground to implement them? Very few.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I'm looking at this and I'm wondering, okay, so I'm part of that ignorant community you've spoken about. I can't read. How do you get to understand this, for example? Because I feel like this should be public information.
Yes.
You've made a step ahead of us.
Yes.
How can we be onboarded into this ecosystem? Where can somebody start? For example, if I want to understand these brailles, if I want to understand the language, if I want to understand the basic reading that I can also use to help the next person besides me.
Okay. That's a very nice question. The information is free. I would say internet has changed everything. Did you know you can learn anything you need to know about braille on the internet? So,
But I'm just seeing dots.
yes, you're seeing that, yes.
Yes.
But for you are sighted.
Yeah.
Before you start learning how to read by touch,
Yeah.
you will have to look at them, the dots. So I would advise anyone who is interested, there are so many opportunities online whereby you can download all kind of information on how to learn, first beginners on how to learn braille. From there are institutions like Kenya Society for the Blind.
Yeah.
They have a lot of resources for the people who want to learn braille.
Yeah.
Yes. But to be honest with you, anyone who can have the passion can go online and can find information.
So from here, from your desk,
Yes.
what do you have that can help a beginner, for example, like myself?
Here
If
we
I
have
want-
the Braille alphabet and numbers. So this one shows how the Braille alphabet looks like.
yeah,
So that is the first step to learn. You have to learn the Braille alphabet
yeah,
and the Braille numbers. Just like how we learn ABCD
yeah.
and 1, 2, 3.
So does the Braille language, we write from English from left to right, Arabic right from right to left.
First of all, I can correct you. Braille is not a language.
Okay,
Yes.
what is it?
Braille, I would say, is a format. How the blind read
Yeah.
and write.
Yeah,
Yes, because everything is written either in any other language, like English. Yes. So, for example, is the alphabet a language?
No.
Is the normal alphabet? Is it a language?
no, it's not.
Yes. It's a format how we write.
It's a format.
Yes. So Braille also is a format. So you will find that the way you write in English, for example, is we start from left to right.
right,
Yes.
yeah.
The same with Braille.
But let me ask, to a blind person, does it mean that now the blind person is left to just read? Do they write? How do you write? For example, the advantage that maybe a sighted person has is I can pick a pen and write those alphabets.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't have the equipment here how the blind write, but I can explain briefly.
yeah,
There are so many ways to write Braille, but for students, they use what we call a slate and a stylus. A slate is like a file where you slide in a paper inside, and then you have a stylus which looks like a pin. Then he punches the dots inside there.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
But now, my brother, where you sit, when you look at this work that
Yes.
you guys are doing,
Yeah.
where can somebody find you? How can people, the general public, and I'm sure there's somebody who is watching us today who maybe has learned a thing or two.
Yeah.
How can somebody participate? Where can somebody find you?
Please, you can find us on our website. That is www.clovernook.org. You will find all about our stories and what we are doing and the Braille initiatives we are doing here and the bigger picture of where we want to take the Braille literacy, because our goal is to promote Braille literacy. Remember, you cannot say you are literate if you don't know how to read and write.
Yes.
Yes, you can say, why can't they use audio and listen? But any student has to learn how to write and read.
Yeah.
So we are trying to promote the Braille literacy, whereby students have to learn how to read Braille.
Yeah.
And that's why we have come with entertaining and more I would say, fancy way to promote Braille literacy by encouraging the students to learn.
Yeah.
Because just like any other kid, when you give a small kid a book without pictures, they might not read it. But when they see the book as images, they will get interested.
Yeah.
So that's why we have come up with printing the images for the blind learners, so that they get more interest to read the book.
Yeah.
Because they are enjoying also the images by touching them. Yes.
What are some of the quick misconceptions that you would want to demystify to those that you've had since you got into this space?
Yes.
That you hear out there in the general public and you wonder, what is that?
Okay. There are quite a few about the blind people.
Yeah.
Number one, blind people are not, I would say, they are not stupid. They are not, I would say they are not vulnerable in such a way that they are so dependent. Just empower any blind person and you will amaze you with what he can do. They can do much better than us, the sighted. They are so much skilled. They are so much good in acquiring knowledge. They just need to be given the right tools. blind people can do anything a sighted person can do. Many people think, he's blind, how he's going to walk there? He can walk. Empower him or her. They can walk anywhere, they can do any job. They are just as normal as any other person. So stop assuming that blind people need your mercy or pity. No, they don't need that. They need you to just understand what they need and try to empower them. And then they'll outperform you. So let's stop assuming all the time, oh, this one is blind, and let's just keep him there, let him. No, they want to walk around like any of us.
Yeah.
They want to move around town. They want to do some things. They want to do anything like any other person. All right?
Yeah.
Just empower them and they will surprise you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe as we conclude,
Yes.
your parting shot to any Kenyan or anyone who is listening to us, what is that one message you'd want us to leave this book fair with today?
I will ask Kenyans and Africans and the world in general that let's all be accommodating to people with disabilities. Let's embrace them. Let's be cautious. Let's be polite. Let's just not overall generalize them. We are very, even in this book fair, we have serious authors who are blind. So let's not assume people with disabilities are useless in the communities. They are very important, and I wish all Kenyans can understand that and try to support them.
Yeah.
And try to take interest, even to learn Braille. It's the sweetest thing you can ever do.
Yeah.
Yes, because you have another extra skill, which many people don't know. So let's all embrace them, let's support them, let's love them,
Yeah.
and respect them.
Awesome. So to the publications that you have here, if somebody wants to get them, where can somebody find them? Where can...
Again, our publications are all, you can contact us on our website. We have a phone number.
Yeah.
We try as much as possible to come to these kind of events. So if you get to hear another book fair somewhere, I'm sure we shall be also be there.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Check them out. Clovernook.org. They have amazing and interesting things. I've checked out their facility. This remains my favorite find in this whole space. It's the map of Kenya, and then it has all the physical features from the Rift Valley to the lakes to the mountains. See you on the next one.